Welcome everyone to the Chicago Clubhouse podcast. Got Frank the Tank here leading things off. T's out of town for work and Fowl's a little bit busy, could not make it on tonight. So you'll have me starting things off. We'll be bringing in our guest, or not our guest, my apologies. We'll be bringing in the panel and everything like that, the Clubhouse crew. So, I mean, we got a little bit to break down. I know there's no Bears game this weekend, so I mean, we can still break down a little bit more of the football games going on this past weekend, but we got a very familiar foe in the Washington Commanders coming in here this week. Stevenson, knock on wood on this, has had two phenomenal football games, and now he's going up against the team that pretty much destroyed any confidence that he had during that time, because after that Commanders game last year, he has just been nothing but a disappointment. So I'm happy he's got a chance to redeem himself, but I mean, he's going to get a little bit of help. We got our guy Kyler Gordon back. Edwards is going to be back. We got a few others that are coming off injuries as well. Then it looks like we're going to have a pretty solid crew going into this weekend for the Bears. We could talk a little Blackhawks today too. We had opening day today for the Blackhawks. They didn't win. They did have to put the Blackhawks against the Stanley Cup contenders to start off the season, but it was a good battle. They lost by one. Florida scored late to win the game, but hey, long season to go. And I hate to say it, it's not about the record for the Blackhawks this year. It is about just all the young players that are now in the AHL and playing with the Blackhawks right now. A lot of them have arrived. So this is the season where we do want to see improvement. Like, they must see improvement. So other than that, Bears or Bulls started preseason and everything today. LeBron James has an announcement to make. I can give two shits, but there are a lot of people that are talking about those second announcement that he's making that he's got to go public with. So we'll see how that goes. But hey, let's hit it. Hit it, Commish.
You are now rocking with the Chicago Clubhouse podcast, where they think they know everything, but honestly, they don't know shit.
These summer league games and they tell you about these new up-and-coming coaches.
I think we should get rid of every motherfucking owner in Chicago.
Enzo and Caruso, both when they are on the court, are like your defensive generals.
But they need to get that strong safety who's not scared to hit somebody.
They really don't know shit.
All right. Like I said, it's gonna be a fun show today. Got a few of our guys that are gonna be off today. But let's bring in the crew that we got right now. We'll start it off with a guy who just finally starting to have his own show. Let's bring him aboard, Mr. Easy Does It.
What's good, Frank?
How you doing, sir? How you doing?
I'm doing well. Better than the Cubs, that's for sure.
Yeah, I know you're a diehard Cub fan. I'm not a huge baseball fan. I will always support any baseball team that's in Chicago. I'm never
absolutely. I'm gonna just tell you right now, Milwaukee's just really, really good.
That's where I was going with this, man.
Milwaukee's really good.
They are just
Craig Counsell has made some decisions that I really don't like at all, but Milwaukee's really fucking it is this is as good as Milwaukee's ever been. It's going to be between them and the Dodgers in the NL, and that's really all there is to it.
The craziest thing is, in my opinion, when you look at the Milwaukee Brewers on paper, they're not looking like the best team. in my opinion.
Yeah.
But they are just a stacked, very damn good baseball team that has no weaknesses.
They just have no weaknesses. That's really all there is to it. Yeah,
it's absolutely insane.
They have a bunch of guys who are really solid and they hit everything. But series not over. I'm gonna keep watching. I'm gonna keep supporting my boys until the last out at the last game, and hopefully we hopefully we could avoid the sweep.
Yeah, it's understandable.
That's really we just got one game tomorrow. If we win that one, then we got one more game. If we win that one, anything could happen. So
100%.
just one game at a time. The old cliche is
Milwaukee is a tough team to be consistently. Like it's
just gotta do it day by day.
Yep, 100%. But I mean, regardless, it doesn't matter. Regardless what happens, if the Cubs get swept by the Brewers, man, Cubs look like they have a bright future yet again.
Absolutely.
I mean, if they can re-sign some of the people that they have and still keep bringing in some great talent, man, they look like something special.
Absolutely. Yeah. No, there's a lot of young talent in the minors, and good. They do have some good young pitchers coming up, so I'm excited for the future. I'm just hoping, I'm not ready for the year to end, so let's get that dub tomorrow. That's big.
100%. All right. Well, before we get into anything else, let's bring in our next guy, the stat man, who knows every stat from the 60s, 70s, 80s. I don't understand why Terrence only says the 80s, 90s, 2000. I see him knowing some 50s and 60s stuff as well. So let's bring him on, JB.
What's up, fellas?
You know 50s and 60s stuff, right? You don't know. It's not just 80s.
I mean, a little. That's not my wheelhouse, but I know a little bit.
Who was the quarterback for our championship in 1963?
I mean, it's the Bears. You don't really know that?
I think it's Bobby Douglas, but I'm not sure.
Yeah, that's who I thought it was.
No,
it wasn't Bobby Douglas.
Wade.
Billy Wade.
Okay, well, I'm not. Damn, I lost on that one too.
Yeah, let's put you on the spot a little bit.
Yeah. How you been, JB? How you doing, man?
I mean, I've been good, man. Just sometimes you fall into that hype train, and you listen to media, you listen to friends, you listen to pundits, and you just wonder, like, why is everybody so scattered? It's like no middle ground. It's either heavy on this end or heavy on this end, and people just like it's just funny to me, especially mainstream media, because they get paid to be idiots. But
you said it right there. I mean, I'm pretty sure it is. They get paid to be pretty much idiots.
At least they're starting to admit it now.
I think it's cool. It's cool now to admit that you don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah, that's what we do.
Well, I don't know.
Isn't that our tagline?
I mean, I think we know more than some of these other people who get paid the boatloads of money do.
That's fair to say. That's definitely fair to say. What up, Keith?
Oh, wow. That's funny.
Keith already going?
No, it was something that came up where I had had to bet a person talking about they're a Bengals fan, right? And they asked me, they was like, well, I don't know what's so great about the Bears. I bet you don't even know we're better than you. I said, why? Because you've been to 3 Super Bowls and we've been to 2. You lost. So it doesn't matter. We still won one.
Yeah, you lost all 3.
And I'm like, worried about getting the quarterback.
Lost by 5.
That same person thinks LeBron James is the greatest of all time because he went to 10 championships.
Probably.
Jordan's only went to 6. But
so the Bengals, they lost their first Super Bowl by 5. They lost their second Super Bowl by 4. Most recently lost by 3. So, like, if they keep
they're getting better.
Maybe in 50 years they will get a Super Bowl that they can win by 1.
Not without an offensive line.
That's true. That's true. Hey, they just traded for Joe Flacco.
They traded for Joe Flacco.
Yeah, I don't understand that. I mean, I understand Flacco being the quarterback. I mean, I think he wasn't used the right way in Cleveland, but you still don't have an offensive line to protect him in Cincinnati. I don't see it getting any better.
Well, but interesting because you know how you familiar with 6 degrees of separation, right?
Yeah.
So Flacco has just went through that division. The only team he hasn't played for right now is Pittsburgh. That's 1. 2, trading for Joe Flacco to Cincinnati in the division also just elevated Shedeur Sanders to the number 2 quarterback.
That is very true. That is very true.
For what it's worth, I do want to say Dylan Gabriel looked pretty good.
He looked solid, yeah.
I was impressed.
He did. He looked better than Joe Flacco.
Yeah, no, there's
At
no
least
question.
Joe Flacco
I don't get the Flacco move at all, if I'm being completely honest.
That's called desperation.
Yeah, that's what I think too. Trying to do
Yeah,
anything
but,
to make sure you don't get fired right now.
I mean, I don't know. Kirk Cousins, I still think probably has a little more in the tank than Flacco does.
Oh, absolutely.
I mean, I would have called this. I would have called to see what was up with Bridgewater in Tampa. Like, I feel like there's other quarterbacks I would have called before Flacco.
To me, the one that made the most sense was get Jameis because it's literally throw to Higgins, throw to Jamar Chase.
I didn't understand.
That's what he
He
does
would have put up
best.
numbers. Look, he put up great numbers when he had receivers in Tampa. I mean, 30 touchdowns, 30 interceptions. He put up a lot of numbers. He put up Russell Westbrook numbers, but like still, throwing a lot of touchdowns, getting a lot of points.
And that's the name of the game. Get points. Better than, like I said, better than Flacco. And Kirk Cousins has that no trade clause. So
made it more difficult. He probably didn't want to go to Cincinnati.
Absolutely not.
I don't blame him.
I don't see why anybody would want to go to Cincinnati.
I do not either. I was shocked that there was an in-division trade though. But all I know is
that's what was shocking about it, right? That it was
that the state of Ohio trade. But like where I'm at with that is Cleveland. So Cleveland beat Green Bay, and then the Bengals play the Packers next. If Joe Flacco beats Green Bay twice in a season, I'm going to buy his jersey. I don't have a choice. At that point, I'm going to buy his Bengals jersey. I don't even care. Or his Browns jersey. You just got to respect it.
Got to respect it. He'll be a Steeler next year.
Yeah, right?
Yeah. I mean, Aaron Rodgers again, too, is playing very well, but I don't see him playing another year.
You know what?
He's not getting touched right now, though, so he might play another year. Who knows?
I mean, hey, they keep winning, so I don't know.
Yeah. When you have good coaching, you win games.
I mean, look, also, as long as that right arm is still on his body, he's got a job in the NFL.
Absolutely.
Like, I think people forget because, they're so blinded. Like, Mahomes is great, don't get me wrong. People love to talk about, like, Mahomes is this guy, Josh Allen, like the craziest arm we've seen. Aaron Rodgers his arm is still different from anyone I've ever seen play the game. And I hate the guy because all he's done is torment us for years. But, like, his arm is still, like, transcendent compared to these other guys. Maybe it's, slowed down a little bit. But, like, if you're just going back and watching these guys, Rodgers is still, like, top of the line.
I mean, if you think about it, coming out of college, right? Brady didn't have the strongest arm. Peyton Manning didn't have the tightest spiral.
Right.
Aaron Rodgers seemed to have everything.
Yeah.
And he still sat behind Brett Favre, so it's like.
Well, that probably helped him a lot too, by the way. I'm just saying.
Yeah. No, it did.
It's almost like sitting behind a quarterback for a couple of years isn't so bad. I'm just saying. I mean, it worked for the Packers twice.
That used to be a thing, remember?
I actually
not as a Chicago Bears fan, though. That's for sure. Because we're just desperate to find the next quarterback. We put them into the fire right away. Or we just have our normal crappy quarterback to learn from. But hey,
I don't know if the Dolphins can release it. Isn't he on IR?
He's done for the season, so he's.
If I'm not mistaken, Tyreek Hill's retiring, dude. With all the stuff that went down in that knee, like. There was multiple.
I don't think he's going to retire. I think he'll make a full recovery. I mean, look, I don't think he's ever going to be as fast as he was, but like, he'll come back. He's a freak. He's a world-class athlete. He will make it back to the NFL.
I think he'll play. I mean, if Odell Beckham could come back and play with that injury he had, I'm sure Tyreek can come back and play. But I'm just saying, like, I don't think he'll be released anytime soon, especially now that, he's already expressed that he doesn't want to play in Miami anymore. So
I also don't think you could release a guy
that's hurt
on IR.
And IR, you cannot. No,
you can't.
Yeah, he was very happy to get hurt.
I've never seen a guy with that. I mean, they said he was happy because his team was winning, but were they winning in that situation?
No, they won that game.
No, they won that game, but when he got hurt, they weren't winning.
I think they were. I think they had the lead most of the game.
Okay.
I think that the Jets game, I want to say it was, they didn't come back till. Like they made it a game, in the fourth quarter, but it was already out. It was already
exactly, yeah, exactly. But hey, how we feeling going into this week for the Bears and everything like that? Because I mean, injury reports came out, and a lot of big players are looking like they are dressing, they are playing. So I mean, that's good news. I mean, like I said in the beginning, like Stevenson, he's played great these last two games. and we're hoping he got his confidence back. But talking about the team that your confidence was destroyed on is coming up this week.
Yeah, I think the big thing right now is Austin Booker.
Yeah,
if he's able to come back. And look, and I'm saying that as someone who's very skeptical about Booker, right? Like, because Bears fans love to overhype. We love to overhype our guys during the preseason. It's what we do. It's something that we do. I think that, just the pass rush has given us so little that it's nice to be able to potentially get excited about someone. And I'm hoping that he's able to play.
He had a good preseason.
I think he's questionable as of right now.
He practiced. He had a light practice.
He did. Yeah, he did. He light practice today. They're expecting him to go full practice by Thursday and see how it goes. But, I mean, he's going to be limited regardless this game. Limited or not, if you put him out there on third downs, I'm cool with that.
No, absolutely. Third and long. Look, he can't be worse than Deo.
Deo's doing a very good job, somewhat good job of stopping the run game. At least he started off doing that. But yeah, these last few games, it kind of
that's a fair point. I shouldn't be so hard on him because it's not like he's not like hustling out there. Like he's playing hard, right? But like we need some dominance from the pass rush. Like we need them to get 100%. Home with 4. Especially with Daniels, especially with Josh Daniels coming up. But, with Daniels coming up, and this is where I said Kyler Gordon being back in the lineup, in my opinion, is huge because I could actually see him being like a shadow. He's going to be like a spy?
Yeah, like what? At least between him and Edwards, both of them being like spies to make sure that he does not run.
As long as it's not spying on a Hail Mary.
I'm not so sure that that's even going to be the case because, for one, these guys have missed so much football that it's going to take a game or two to just get acclimated to playing real football, not to mention that the team that they played last year, this Washington team, at least on paper, is actually better. So it's not like I'm getting my lick back from somebody I know how they fight.
They looked damn good against the Chargers, didn't they?
Laramie Tunsil is a problem at left tackle.
Mm-hmm.
There's no question about that. And that's
Frank Cosme is a problem at guard.
Yeah.
These guys have a line.
And Tunsil could rip a bong like nobody's business too. So
well, that's what got him, in trouble in Miami, right?
Yeah, right.
But, I just have some stats, right? One of the things that's a highlight, we are 10th in points scored, which is something. So give that up for the Bears and Ben Johnson. We
100%.
Never really hear that accolade too much here.
No, for real.
But we are 28th points against. So we give up a lot.
Yeah.
A lot.
And when it's all said and done, that a lot biggest problem is you're not putting pressure on that quarterback. They're just
right. They have all day back there, right?
Also, they just don't stop the run anymore.
That too. That was the thing. We struggled at getting to the quarterback last year, but at least we were presentable at stopping the run. Now we lost that.
So this one is where I say it comes almost full circle because if you remember last year when we played against Jaden Daniels and the Washington Commanders, they didn't have a problem running the ball, him or the running backs. And prior to the Hail Mary, he had already thrown for 300 yards. That extra 60 came on that last. He threw for it was like 307 or something before that last. He could remember Coach Dummy gave up that 14 yards.
No, he finished with 326.
No. I thought it was 350 something. Don't look at the team pass and look at him.
I remember the defense actually played okay that game. That's why we were in it.
No, the defense stopped. They were doing what they wanted to. They just weren't giving up.
They were moving the ball down the field. We were making big stops.
It was good.
We were giving up a lot of yards.
It was good between the 20s, right? Holding him to 12 points. But no, he finished with 326. I just looked it up. I don't want to. I hated that game, obviously. But yeah,
that game for me. I'm not saying it's like a curse or an omen, but that team is better now. Terry McLaurin should be playing this weekend. Debo is there now. This other kid who how you say his name? Ja'Cory Krosky Merritt. Like, where did he come from at running back? And he's just gouging us. Gouging the Chargers defense. I'm concerned, guys. I'm concerned.
Yeah, look.
We're Bears fans. We have every right.
I don't know how to say his name either. Krosky Merritt. He looked awesome. He really did. He had an awesome game. And No, I'm concerned too. Like the Commanders are still a really good team. This is a test.
I think it's more of a. I don't think it's so much as a test for the Bears as a team, but how does Ben Johnson approach this, knowing he's going to have that extra magnifying glass on him because, well, your predecessor did this. What you cannot do is make it anywhere close to that. You cannot.
Yeah. I don't think it's going to be more painful. I shouldn't say that because, they find a way. Also,
yeah, I mean, this is the thing I wanted to bring about Jaden Daniels last year versus the Bears. I mean, he put up a lot of yards, yes, but he didn't have a good percentage. I mean, I'm pretty sure he was just about at a 50%. Like it's not like a little under maybe 50%. And I remember that first half he kind of struggled. Like we were kind of
obviously that number is very skewed by the last play.
Yeah.
But also, I do want to point something out about Jaden Daniels from last week because he only completed 15 of 26 passes, and 8 of them were to Debo. So that means over half the passes he completed last week were to one guy.
Yeah.
Look, so Debo Samuel, there's a very specific strategy that comes with playing, that comes when you go against the Debo team when he's playing at his best, and that is you just got to beat the fuck out of him. Like that's how the Rams won the NFC Championship in 2021. Against the Niners is every play, if Debo was near the ball, they were hitting him. And so I need to see the Bears get physical against Debo. Just try to knock him off his game as soon as they can. Because if you're able to take him out of the game, I'm not sure where Jaden's going to go to, especially if Terry's still not like 100% when he comes back.
Well, that's the thing, because remember, you still got Noah Brown, you still have Zach Ertz. Luke McCaffrey, he showed up. You got De'Ami Brown, and now the Krosky Mary kid. Like you were worried about one, maybe 1.5 guys last season. Now you're worried about 5. And don't forget, Jaden still has the ability to run. So it's like I don't see it being. 18-15 was not, that score didn't tell the game. It just didn't. Missing a field goal, going for it on 4th down, losing points. The same thing that Eberflus did. Like, I don't want to see that. Like, Ben Johnson needs to, first of all, he needs to show some respect, especially offensively, because hell, that Von Miller, Deron Payne, and Allen, them boys are coming. They coming.
Bobby Wagner looks like
Bobby Wagner looks like the fountain of youth. They are
Bobby Wagner is still Bobby Wagner, man.
They're 11th in points given up. Like they don't really give up points, and they're 8th in scoring points.
Yeah,
and I mean, look, they shut down the Chargers. Chargers have a good offense.
Chargers have a great offense.
Yeah. I mean, they have the Chargers always have a few clunkers every year, but like that was a bad performance just overall.
Horrible. It was. And I mean, from watching that game too, I didn't really see the Commanders really putting a lot of pressure, or at least really bad pressure on the Commanders. They just pretty much smothered them.
Yeah, they were up early. They had a really bad roughing the punter.
Yeah,
the Chargers did, like in the end zone, which is horrible. And then after that, they were outscored 20-0 the rest of the game.
Yeah. Right, because they were up 10-0, and then they went on 27 straight points. But they got to Herbert. Herbert was pressured a bunch of times. He was sacked 4 times for sure, I know. And, it's like that team who on paper is, a little bit maybe better than us, and you were able to do that to them, I'm concerned, man.
No, I'm concerned too. Look, I think that
71% red zone scoring efficiency. Like,
remember, this is the team that went to the NFC Championship last year, right? Like, they're good. They're a good team. They had one bad game this year, I think, or was it 2 bad games?
They're 3-1.
No, they're 3-2. They're 3-2. Yeah, they had a bad game against the Packers. Okay, right? Like we always have that. And then they lost to the they just beat the Raiders. Who did they lose to week 3? Oh, this is bad. I should remember this. But
well, I know I do want to say this too, because I mean Bears down
Falcons.
Bears down put a comment in here. And I mean he makes
that's actually not a bad loss.
He makes a good point on this. If you did watch that Chargers game, you didn't see them kind of pushing Jaden Daniels to do those lateral movements to see exactly where his knee is at.
They tried. He ran 8 times.
Well, I mean, a lot of his runs were step ups.
Yeah.
And I know that's fine. I'm just saying lateral movement or movement on the knee. You want him more lateral movement.
I would have a spy. I would have a spy.
Well, you're definitely going to have a spy in this.
Tell
game.
that to
and honestly,
on the last play when he rolled right and hit Debo in the corner of the end zone. His knee didn't. He might not even wear the brace this week, and if he does, it's probably just for precaution.
Yeah, I'm sure he will wear it for precaution.
I definitely want to get him off his game early. You want to try to hit him, as early and often as possible.
To get also, to him to hit him.
Look, if I'm being honest, the strategy last year of, get your yards between the 20s, but we'll stop you at the red zone. Like, that's not the worst idea. Keep everything in front of you. Just try to, try to force them to field goals and try to, the more plays they have, the more likely they are to make a mistake. It's not a terrible strategy for this game because you gotta. This offense could be Commander's offense could be very high powered.
Well, that's my other stat. They score touchdowns in the red zone at a 71% clip. We are 23rd in giving up red zone touchdowns, which means once they get there, we kind of wet the bed.
Yeah, it's very fair.
Yeah. We had some. We got pretty lucky against the Raiders last week. Their guy dropped a pass on 3rd and goal. Would have set up a 4th and goal from like the 1 that maybe they could have gotten in. I don't know.
Well, and they missed. Remember, they missed a field goal before the one that got blocked. So
no, they didn't.
I thought they missed a field. Carlson didn't Carlson miss a field goal?
I don't think he missed. I don't think Carlson.
I thought he missed a field goal.
They just had they had some possession stall out, but no, he didn't miss. The one field goal he missed was the one that was blocked.
And then Geno threw 3 picks, and then
Geno threw 3 picks, and there was a fumble too. I think.
There was a fumble.
Genty fumbled.
Genty fumbled. Yeah. I mean, it was a terrible play.
It was a 4th and 1 where we stuffed it anyway. But
right, exactly.
But I mean, regardless on that, this is the thing in my opinion, and I see a lot of people in the chat saying blitz. Daniels is very good at picking up the blitzes, guys. He is very good at reading the blitzes. That offensive line is very good at picking up the blitzes. The biggest thing that you need to do is your defense needs to surprise blitz. And I'm fine with those surprise blitzes, but the Bears over the past years, and it drives me nuts, it's so obvious that the blitz is coming. And Daniels will light our asses up if he knows the blitz is coming. And that's my opinion on that one. But, I mean, he's very smart where if he sees a blitz coming and that first read is not there, he's gone.
For what it's worth, who else has been really good at handling the blitz this year is our guy.
He's improved. I'm not going to say he's been really good. He's definitely made a big improvement on it. A lot of his opportunity or a lot of his things of reading the blitzes, he has surprised me the most at pretty much getting away from pressure.
That's what it is. He's not.
A lot of time blitzes they get to him and he gets
definitely get to him and he just wiggles out and
and so I give him props for that. He's really good at that. But he has improved this year, hands down, at picking up the blitz. But he's not at Daniels' level as far as reading those blitzes coming. That's what Daniels does extremely well. When he knows it's coming, he hits that ball out quick or he uses his legs quick. He does not even think about it. Our guy thinks too much.
He does, but I am seeing the improvements here and there, and I'm really just hoping that this bye week, he spent a lot of time just grinding. I did see he posted on his Instagram something relating to just how he missed playing, and I like to see that. I like to see that he wants to be playing, he wants to be on the field. I know it's not much, it's just social media, but it's better than seeing him just off in Cabo or whatever, right? You want to see your quarterback, want to be on the field.
Yeah, you do. You definitely do. Again, I cringe, man. I cringe when I just see things like a team coming in and their line can dominate you without blitzing. They can get to you with the front 4. Their linebackers are just swarming, and the worst part of their team is the secondary, but hell, they don't get tested a lot because you hardly ever get to them.
Yeah, so the front 7 is really good. The front 7's really good. And what we're going to need to see if we want to be successful this game is because last year offense was shit in the first half. Second half is when they picked it up. I know we only scored 15 points, but if you remember, there was the Kramer fumble.
How you doing, Miss Jeanette?
Miss Jeanette,
Yeah,
welcome to
Kramer
the show.
fumble, which was just dumb, but again,
No, that was a stupid ass play. But it was also like
It would have been a great play if it
drive,
worked.
That drive, Caleb made some of his best throws that I've seen. Like he was hitting more. He was like, starting to finally find his groove. I want to see him find his groove earlier in the game. I'm ready to see I want to see, on script early on, what like we saw earlier in the season. I want to see some really good plays. I want to see them, working well on script, and then I want it to just continue throughout the game. Like I'm ready.
That's where I'm at right there. I want to see consistency. Like that's all I want to see. And I will always keep bringing up this fact, and I love saying this. Caleb Williams has been lights out in the fourth quarter. I am not denying that one bit, but I want to see consistency in 1, 2, and 3. Like yes. I would absolutely love to see a game, especially a game like this to the Commanders who are really good. And don't get me wrong, guys, I know it's not going to happen, but the Bears just come out of nowhere and rock out and win 45-9 or something like that. Like how freaking great would that be just to see a blowout? Where
that's
our
all
offense
I want.
was just
that would be the dream.
Straight up money, and our defense was just straight up money. I would feel so better about myself if I was able to.
No, that would be fucking awesome. I would love that, and I hope that they're playing angry. I hope they want it more because right now the Bears should want this one more. After the way we let it get away last year when I was at that wedding, we should be playing fucking angry. And I just hope that's I hope that's what we see. Okay, Keith.
You're right. Here goes Keith again, man. Like what?
He straight up said he wanted to get the pot stirring, so we'll just ignore it. That's fine.
At least he can admit it. Look, I don't know if I could say Fields sucks. I could say the Jets suck. I mean,
I will say this, this is the last time we're going to be talking about him this show, guys. But I will say this: I did not want him going to the Jets because I thought he's just not fit for the Jets. I thought he would have been better off if he did stay in Pittsburgh.
No one is a fit for the Jets.
Yeah, that's
the Jets. It's the Jets, the Browns, and honestly the Bears until now that obviously I think things are changing for the Bears, but Bears, Jets, Browns, horrible places for quarterbacks to play.
Yeah. Hey, and I'm gonna say this. Hey, Keith, you are the biggest hater that I've seen, and I'm a hater because Justin Fields, for your information, has 3 games combined of over 300 yards of total offense. He has 7 total touchdowns, 67% completion percentage, 754 yards passing, and 0 interceptions. Take that in your hat and stuff it.
We're not going here. We're not.
No, but I'm just saying, JB, come on now.
We gotta calibrate a little bit, just because you'd like to talk about how Caleb gets his numbers against the prevent defense, right?
Agreed, but. No, like he said, numbers are numbers. So if he wants to go with that narrative, then I'm gonna give Keith what he wants.
If we're just talking about numbers, he's not having a bad year, especially fantasy football numbers. Other than one game, he's not having a bad year. But a lot of his yards this year are garbage yards.
They are absolutely garbage.
When you're already getting blown
if you
out.
watch the Jets Cowboys game, if you watch Jets Cowboys,
I ain't denying that. I've always said the Jets are awful. There's no question.
If you watch the Jets Cowboys game, I mean. It was over when they were getting down the field.
Let's get back to Bears talk.
Let's get back to the Bears.
Yeah. So I mean, this is the thing. And I mean, we said it perfectly when it comes down to we're worried. I'm worried. I mean, there's no question about that. Jaden Daniels is a very, very good quarterback. Caleb Williams is making strides. Our offensive line opinion, if you take out freaking that freak of nature, Max Crosby, our offensive line hasn't played that bad these last few games. Like how I said, other than Max Crosby, who just embarrasses every single offensive line he goes up against, it really doesn't matter. But I mean, the key thing that I'm trying to say here is if you don't fix the fucking run game, it's not going to matter. We need to find some way to get a consistent run game. Otherwise, I mean, we're going to keep struggling like this.
But I'm gonna push on that because the offensive line looks better. Probably analytics wise, kind of similar to a previous quarterback we had because this quarterback is not getting sacked. The pressure is there.
Well, he gets rid of it quicker.
And I'm playing that into Ben Johnson, though. Ben Johnson has done a much better job at making sure Caleb gets that ball out quick.
Literally listen to Olin Krutz, and I listened to Tom Thayer, both former Bears, both very good Bears, talk about the pressure up the middle again. How Jonah Jackson is not having a good year. How Drew Dahlman statistically may look like he's doing this or that, but he's getting pushed back 4 or 5 yards into the pocket. That right side is still not ready. It's still not good. Braxton Jones, hopefully Theo Benedetta is going to give us what we've been looking for. If we have any faith in, Theo, this would be the time to pull it. Because you got Von Miller coming here, Dorrance Armstrong coming here, Jonathan Allen coming here, Sanders on the blitz here, Frankie Louvu jumping over people over here. Like, it's a lot going on for an inexperienced young line, right? Then at the other side, you have an inexperienced rookie at the right tackle too. So you got to worry about helping them out. You can't afford to let stuff come straight up the gun, straight up the chute. You can't.
Speaking of that, have we heard what? I still haven't seen anything within these past few days on what they're planning on doing with that offensive line, mainly the left and right tackle. Because I've seen Darnell Wright on the left side. I'd seen Darnell Wright on the right side. I've seen Ozzie on the right. I'd see Benedict on the left. It looks like they've been trying a lot in practices, not knowing which one they're going to go to. And in my opinion, I don't like that. I want you to make your decision and practice with them at those positions to make sure they're ready.
I mean, I don't think there's anything necessarily wrong with guys on the line getting reps all over the line. I think there's something to be said about that versatility. But at the same time, I would like for Wright to stay at right tackle. I think it's, I think consistency is more important. And
but Wright has
money year for him too, Easy. There's a money year for him too. He's got to prove. So they can try to pay him year 4. Yeah.
And I mean, this is the thing. I mean, a lot of people can rip Darnell Wright all they want because he has been getting a lot of penalties this year, which is very irritating. Some of them good calls, some of them bad.
Some of them
calls.
are bullshit, but yeah.
He has been, if I'm not mistaken, and I know we always talk as much crap as we want about PFFs or PPFs or whatever the hell that crap is.
Pro Football Focus, PFF.
Yeah, but they have him as a top 5 right tackle in football. And I mean, again, nobody knows about that crap and what they're saying, but he is surprisingly having a very good year. And I really liked what I saw from Ozzie, and I would like Ozzie to start. The question is where it's going to be.
What I read today was he's slated right now at right tackle because Darnell Wright's elbow is not
100%. Yeah,
he's not ready.
I've heard that too.
He's not ready. And Foul is in the background talking his crazy stuff like he always does. Nobody's calling the Washington defense the 85 Bears. We said they're 11th in scoring defense, which means they don't give up a lot of points. So you can say
they have a very good front seven. That's right. Where they make their money on it. They don't have that great of a secondary. So I mean, not a great secondary. So I mean, if you're going to see Ben Johnson putting together a good scheme to try to move stuff around to work the secondary, that's what he's got to do in this game.
He has no choice.
Yeah.
He has no choice.
They will get to Caleb Williams. And Caleb Williams, and I know I've said this on numerous times, and again, I'm going to say it again, I'm not comparing him to Patrick Mahomes, but he has to have that mindset of Patrick Mahomes. If that pressure is coming, 1 read, 2 read, go. You don't have to
and that's what he did,
especially if a blitz is coming. If a blitz is coming, 1, 2, go. Like when he did against the Raiders in that fourth quarter on that last drive where he read the pressure, jumped up, he made that acceleration boost past 2 guys looking like they were about to tackle him, got 10 yards, first down, went to the next play.
I want several runs like that. That's what he did on that drive, that whole drive.
Yeah. That's what opened it up, and that was how Odunze was so wide open on the left side because everybody was kind of pushing back a little bit because Caleb started using his legs. Mm-hmm. When he uses his legs, it makes the defense honest, and it makes you question things now.
Well, but that's the thing now. In on the flip side, you kind of have to play him like that because one thing you can't afford to do is let them play one-on-one on the outside with no pressure. With DJ, with Luther Burden, Olamide Zaccheaus is actually second in targets, so he's got some type of, comfortability with him there. And then, of course, Rome with the 50-50 balls. You're going to have to disguise a lot of stuff, but it's easier to do that when your front 4 is getting pressure without blitzes.
Agreed.
It's a lot easier to do that. Agreed. So that's why I'm saying, like, we have to and again, I don't know why people always look at analytics like that's the tell-all, be-all. Like, I can show you analytics that make LeBron James look like he's something that he's not, and I can give you stats that make LeBron James look like he's something that he never was. That analytics shit is out. It means nothing. When you see your line getting pushed back 2-3 yards on the run, and then getting pushed back another 3, 4, 5 yards on the pass, I don't care if they didn't get the sack or the pressure. That's not good line play, sir. That's not.
Yeah, because you don't grade the line as individuals. Like, that's the problem with PFF.
It's a unit.
They like to grade the line as the individual players, when the reality is, and if you're going to grade a whole offensive line using PFF's formula, what you're doing is you're just factoring in all the guys and then like taking an average of them. So it's like, that's not how you grade an offensive line. You grade an offensive line by how they work as a unit. It's an amoeba. It's a shoestring. Like they're supposed to be in constant communication. That's how you judge an offensive line. It's not. It has never been about the individuals. Yes,
defensive line.
Joe Thomas is the best offensive lineman. Joe Thomas is the best offensive lineman of this generation, arguably. Lane Johnson, right?
I like that.
Joe Thomas, one of the best we've ever seen. All pro every year. Fantastic player. But he was never on winning teams because he was like the only really good lineman on that team. So
one lineman is not going to make you a better
blocking the pass rusher. Yeah, you could block him all day, but like if the other 4 guys aren't good, then it's not a good offensive line. Agreed. That's what the Bears need to do better. They need to, the offensive line needs to be cohesive as a unit.
Well, this is one thing that they really got to work on as well, though, is and we all are in agreement with this. DeAndre Swift sucks at finding holes and putting and going right up the middle and all that. If he gets to the outside, he can burst and everything like that. And he can get explode, but I mean, we use him too much on the inside. Like I see more. I felt like these last few games, at least going into the second half of football games, we're moving him more a little bit outside, but. I mean, you need to find yourself another running back who could actually – I mean, maybe you do it in Ngunge. He's actually doing better than Swift.
I like Ngunge. I still want to see more of him.
I want to see more of him only because I want to see the ball go up the tackles. And I'm tired of stuff just always going to the outside with Swift. But, again, there's some reason why he's not playing. There's some reason why Roschon Johnson has not taken one offensive snap. It's the same thing
we always say about Roschon Johnson. We always want Roschon Johnson to get a chance, but there's got to be a reason why he's not getting a chance.
But see, like I go back to what Keith just said at 8:45. Keith, you're part of the problem. I love you, brother, but you're part of the problem. You go off of analytics. Analytics and egghead people that do that may have worked once or twice. It's the people that know and feel football that are successful. It's not about, oh, well, this percentage says that I will beat you by 2.5 steps on this play, as opposed to a big ugly saying, you know what? On this play, I'm just gonna bury your dick in the dirt. Excuse my language, sorry. Give me that guy.
The first time I've ever seen you use that word. Wow.
But give me that guy. You know what I'm saying? I don't care about the 1 step to the right percentage. Hey, guy, run behind me because I'm gonna bury him. That's what I want, and that's what Ben Johnson needs to find on this line right now. You have one in Joe Thuney. You have one guaranteed in Joe Thuney. One.
Yeah, I mean, Joe Thuney's a future Hall of Famer on the line. It's just,
he's still playing at a high level.
He absolutely really is. I mean, maybe he's lost a step over the years.
Well, when you get older, but he's still playing at a high level.
But his experience is unquestionably invaluable. And, it's just, like I said, what we need to see is cohesion or cohesiveness. I'm not sure which word to use, but like, it really just comes, like, that's why football's such a great sport. Robbo, you're funny. But that's why football's such a great sport is we love the camaraderie and like the team element of the game goes so far. That's why I always appreciated it. And we just need to see that from that offensive line. That's what the great offensive lines do.
Are you serious, man? Talking about this did you just watch the Eagles? It literally was Saquon to the left, Saquon to the right, Saquon up the middle, Saquon back to the left, tush push, tush push, tush push, tush push. No analytics, just I'm bigger, better, and stronger than you. That's it. There was no analytics behind that, man. Cut it out.
Yeah,
years ago, Jalen Hurts threw for 3,700 yards, and they said he was one of the worst passing quarterbacks after going to the Super Bowl. Like, cut it out, man. Just stop. Just stop.
Could it be that like there's a time and place where analytics are appropriate?
Absolutely, absolutely.
That's why
I like Michael Jordan. Yeah, analytics say give the ball to such as no, Mike, go get the bucket.
Honestly, yeah, no, that's the thing. It's PFF. I actually like PFF because I see it for what it is, which is a formulated way. It's a formula for an opinion. That's what PFF is. They are giving you their opinion based on a grading system that they came up with. Now, does that mean they're right all the time? No. The numbers aren't always correct that PFF give you because we don't really know. They don't even know what they're looking at all the time. What is it based
on? Right. What is the foundation?
So
what is the algorithm?
If you take it as an opinion, as like, okay, in my opinion, this guy ranks higher than this guy, then I have more respect for it. But you can't just look at PFF and be like, yep, that is the truth. You got to just take it all with a grain of salt. Like when you're analyzing these.
PFF had Braxton Jones as a more than above average left tackle, and that's some bull.
Yeah,
no, it's absolutely bullshit.
That is true.
So cut it out with the analytics.
Strong by NFL standards. He's an okay swingman, but he's not like
There's that word again, serviceable.
Yeah, he's fine
at best.
Yeah, serviceable on a good day, right?
There you go, easy. Depend on the day.
And here's a foul going off on Jalen Hurts.
They
had a bad game. They had a bad game.
I'm just saying that it wasn't that long ago when he threw for 3,700 yards. So he was throwing in Kellen Moore's offense a couple years ago, throwing the ball all over the field because of the analytics. How did that work? They lost. So the hell with the analytics. Do what they do best. He squats 500 pounds, run the ball.
Keith is going off about the Broncos. Thinks we proved. I don't know if we're proving his point.
It's not, because guess who the Broncos just beat?
The Eagles.
And what did the Eagles not do?
They didn't run the ball.
Because Saquon had 6 carries. So Keith, what are you talking about?
Saquon's on my fantasy football team, guys.
No, the point is, stop listening to the eggheads. Run the football. Saquon Barkley gets 6 carries. Everybody should be fired.
And honestly, well, look, actually, I disagree with that just because, usually the Eagles are the best at that. I don't know what got into their heads this game. Usually
the media.
Usually when they need to run the ball, they do it. That's how they win a championship.
That's how they win.
That's how they win. Exactly. So I don't know why they got so far away from that this past week. I'm just, I think they'll turn it around, though. I trust them to, because they're really good. Look, every team's got clunkers, right? It's a bad game for them, and they'll turn it around. They got the Giants. They'll beat them. But yeah, I think at the end of the day, it's just like I'm saying, if the Bears want to win this game, we got to see more cohesiveness from the offensive line, and we got to see Caleb be consistent, throughout the game.
Can we get that this week, though? Is that enough time?
Well, we had a whole bye week.
Well, we have a bye week last week, right? But this is game prep week. So I want to know, what is it that he plans on doing different against this type of defense? Obviously, if you want to go off of analytics, obviously you step back and chuck the ball because the secondary is not good. But then that kind of counters the argument about the defensive line being so good. I don't want him back there taking straight bullets. I don't want him passing the ball 50 times. How about we run the ball 25 times and throw the ball 25 times, or some kind of, balance? Can we get some balance around here?
Keith admits
when we're on, Keith.
Keith, yeah, they did. They did not use Saquon. They had a very, very crappy game plan when they went into that game, and sometimes people do that. It makes no sense why they did not use Saquon.
And because they're a great team, they still had a chance to win at the end. They got down there.
They did still use Saquon a decent amount in the passing.
70-3, they were up. Yeah, it was a
really 70-3, right?
Really ugly loss for them. Go Knicks. He managed the game well, as he does, and tough loss for the Eagles. But yeah, I think. I agree with what you're saying, JB, about just we need to see a balanced game plan this week. I don't want, and part of that is on the defense too. If we're letting them score and score and score, and we're putting Caleb in a situation where he has to pass a lot, that's not very good. The thing is, we can't run the ball very well, so we're constantly in third and longer than we want to be. Really, I'd like to see us get ahead of the sticks this week. I want to see some 8-yard runs on first down, some 6-yard runs. That I think to me is going to go such a long way, because then Caleb is going to be able to take those shots downfield on 2nd and 3, 3rd and 2, just open things up.
Who do you want to see? Because I thought, not to say this is a great upgrade, but I did. I believe I read earlier today on one of them little social media things. Travis Homer was activated today.
He's a good special teamer.
I wouldn't mind.
Where does that leave Roshan?
The gut runs,
Yeah, where does that leave Roshan then? Because Roshan was kind of filling in because Homer got hurt in preseason.
But I didn't, unless I just don't remember. I literally don't remember seeing because he sticks out with that extra padding on the helmet.
I saw one very nice tackle from him on special.
No, I'm saying I haven't seen him on the offensive.
No, I haven't once.
I haven't seen him on the offensive side of the ball. Like he has not been in one running or passing play that I can remember.
And that's where we go back to the same thing that we were just saying before. It's like there has to be a reason. We had two people on the show a while back that told us like Roshan is not a coach's favorite. He just doesn't perform in practice. He just doesn't show them that he really wants to be there, and that shows on. And why is he on the team? But I think I actually thought he was going to get cut this year. But I think with Homer getting hurt was the only reason he made the team.
Yeah, but if that's the case,
I think we're going to see more. I think out of those three, out of Homer, Roshan, and Manungai is going to be the guy that gets more of the carries as the year goes on. I really think that.
I think that too. Yeah,
I really think he's gonna. I don't know if he's going to overtake Swift, but I do think we're going to see a lot more of him.
I think he'll be starting running back. Probably
he seems to be bouncy. He seems like to break tackles. He seems to have a good burst. Like seems to be a quality player. I don't see why not. Use him more.
To me, he's like Pacheco. He hits the hole hard, but when you actually look at the yardage gain, he didn't go anywhere.
He doesn't go down on first contact, though, which is something we haven't had here. But, and I do agree with you. He had a few – I remember that one, as impressive as it was, he lost like 6 yards because he kept pounding at it and kept –
he just kept breaking tackle after tackle, and he ran backwards.
So, he doesn't go down easily. But, at the same time, you were saying it earlier in the show, like when our guards are getting pushed back and we're going to the point where we're getting hit before we reach the line of scrimmage again. It's crazy as shit to say that we are better this year at protecting the quarterback than we are at protecting the run.
Which I don't remember.
I've never seen that happen as a Bears fan.
One thing the Bears could always do in some shape, form, or fashion was run the ball.
Agreed. And that's going to really take its toll on when this cold weather starts coming, man.
Absolutely. And then, but here's another thing, though. Part of the play action game, which is big in Detroit, is predicated on the ability to run the ball. Mm-hmm. If we can't run the ball, and I'm not even saying run it with like hopes of breaking long yardage, but just running it with fidelity so that you can pause them for a half a second because hey, I'm getting 4 or 5 yards at least, 3-4 yards at least, and then the play action is more viable. You play action on a team that they ain't running the ball. We going straight for the quarterback. I'm gonna run right past dude.
Yeah.
No.
Because they're not hitting it hard. If I made the wrong mistake, I know my linebacker's still going to be there to make the tackle.
Especially this team. Hell, they don't have to blitz. And Dan Quinn is a very good defensive head coach. Very good.
Oh, yeah.
So, and then I'm sorry, one of the more underrated future Hall of Famers, Von Miller, man.
Oh, yeah, he's going to the Hall.
Oh, probably first ballot.
Easily first ballot. Yeah, he's one of the very best pass rushers of the generation.
Yeah.
He's got a Super Bowl MVP. He's got 2 rings.
2 rings, yeah.
Yeah, no, he's still a great player. It's weird seeing him wear number 24.
Everyone called me crazy when I wanted.
They ran out of numbers. I read something on that.
Everyone called me crazy when I said I wanted him in a Bears uniform.
I wanted him just on third down. Go.
Yeah, he doesn't have to be an every down back for us anymore, but just having him in the locker room makes a huge difference too.
Yeah, he's already got 3 sacks this year. He's been all over the backfield. He's also they have that other guy who had 2 sacks last week.
I think we only have 3 sacks all season.
No, we have 5, right?
Is it 5? Okay. I guess the 3.
Dexter, Sweat, Deo.
I don't remember Deo.
I know Sweat had, I think, 1 good play against the Cowboys.
How you say?
Sweat should have had 2, but he got a penalty called. But
the 6'8" kid we got from the Saints.
I know exactly what you're talking about. I always forget how to say his name.
Because they brought him up on the practice. And Dominic Robinson.
Oh, yeah, Dominic Robinson. I forgot about him. Okay.
So we
got Austin Booker back.
We have 5.
I'm excited. Even if Austin Booker, he's going to be limited. There's no question about that. But just seeing him out there on 3rd and 6 and above or something like that, I just want to see it because, he did have a preseason that you really liked. And it was just like, all right, man, it looks like we're stepping forward. We might have our pass rusher of the future. And then he gets put on IR.
It was Dorrance Armstrong for the Commanders that had 2 sacks last week.
Yeah, he's got 5 on the season. 5 sacks, 5 games. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, he's been
42 to 24.
Matter of fact, he's on him and Payne, right? Him, Payne, and Jonathan Allen, right? That's how it goes.
So I think so. Yeah, I think it's I mean, look, they have a really good front four. That is crazy, Keith. I want some of what Keith is having. That's a great. I love that prediction.
I don't think I want any what Keith is having.
Offense puts up 40. This is the thing. If our offense puts up 42 points against the Commanders, JB, I want to have like a private show with you after the game because I want to hear what you have to say about Caleb. If we put up 42 points,
if he put up 42, I'll buy his jersey.
Exactly. I mean, and this is the thing. We've always said that we need Caleb to see what he can do against good defenses because the Raiders, say what you want, they were still a very good defense. He did not have a very good game, but again, he had a very good fourth quarter. So we got to get
like JB said last week. Right now he's a great closer, and like a great reliever, but we want to see him be a great starter too.
And this is the thing in football. In my opinion, that closing gene that's a gift. That can't be taught.
For sure. Everybody doesn't have that.
That cannot be taught. And so having that is huge. But yes, now I just want to see the consistency throughout 4 quarters because I can't even say the last time the Bears have played 4 quarters of football.
Can I play devil's advocate with you brothers for a minute?
Devil it up. Let's hear it.
Absolutely.
As much as we want to see them just go crazy, right? How much do you think we need to put an emphasis on getting DJ Moore some more touches?
I mean, I'm always of the school of throw it to whoever's open. And if DJ is open, then yeah, absolutely get him the ball. But
there's a lot of times where DJ has been open and he has not been thrown to though. That I've seen a lot of those. But I mean, like we always say, all quarterbacks miss wide open receivers. It always happens. But and the thing is, and I really don't know what you can do. It's clear as day that Caleb loves Rome. I mean, that's been clear as day since draft day. But when you got a weapon like DJ, I mean, I haven't seen him getting hit with those quick hits lately, those quick slant type throws. I mean, he should be your huge weapon in those quick slant throws. I will say, honestly, it's been Zacchaeus a lot on those slants.
Yeah, he does. And that's why Zacchaeus is second in targets.
And that's my little – I'm not ripping on Zacchaeus on that one, but I'd love to see DJ Moore in the slot getting those type targets because guess what? DJ is going to be breaking a lot more tackles. He is going to be looking a lot better in the open field than Zacchaeus is.
But
I would like to see more Luther Burden on the outside.
You know what? So here we go again now. I'm going to circle back, but my reasoning for asking you that question was because of kind of like what we were just talking about, easy with Philly force feeding, not doing what they were normally doing well with the running game, trying to force the point to get it to A.J. Brown. Mm-hmm. And I see A.J. Brown and DJ Moore having similar numbers, not just seasons, but actually similar numbers. Is it going to be one of them things where it's like, well, I know the secondary is soft, so I'm just going to force it to DJ and kind of get out of playing winning football. I won't say Bears football. I'll just say playing winning football.
Yeah. I mean, I kind of like him being in the backfield, man.
You like the Cordero Patterson role or the Debo role?
Yeah. Well, the Debo Cordero role. Yeah, I think he's really good at that. Also, I mean, you put him on a wheel route. We did that once against the Cowboys. It was really cool. I like that stuff. I think that's really, really good football. Really, the reason why Caleb has been going to Zacchaeus and Zacchaeus has 4 catches this year is Zacchaeus he's not going to get double. He's going to be single covered every time.
Oh, every time. DJ will get.
Either a nickel or a linebacker is normally who's covering them too.
It's a very fair.
Yeah, and that's not bad. Take what they give you. If they're giving you Zacchaeus, throw it to Zacchaeus. I don't have a problem with that if we're getting first downs and we're getting yards. I think he hit Zacchaeus on the final drive too for a first down at one point, or maybe it was earlier in the game. But no, he definitely got some.
See, okay, Keith, go back to what Keith just said, please. What part of the offense do you want him to buy into? Because if you look at what Jamison Williams in that same role is doing in Detroit, if you look at what Amon-Ra St. Brown, who is probably the equivalent to Rome as far as the number one receiver.
Yeah.
We got DJ from Carolina being a deep threat. I don't see them chucking the ball 50 yards to DJ on a go route.
No, I don't either.
DJ's
DJ's got to be your yak guy.
Yeah, I mean,
he's going to be your yak.
But when we got him, he was known for catching the deep ball and into the games. And
when we got him,
I wouldn't mind seeing them chuck it up to DJ more. I mean, look, I think
more and more.
You never know when you're going to get a defensive penalty. You never know when you get PI. Throw it longer. Like, I'd love to see more deep shots. I would love to see more deep shots. Caleb's deep ball accuracy has been a lot better this season. Let's see more of that, please.
But you know what? And because of the completion percentage, his catch rate, I would think, like Fowl always says, Rome drops a lot of those 50-50 balls when they go up. But I don't see DJ dropping those balls. DJ usually comes down with those balls.
The question is, sometimes DJ doesn't put his body out there.
Well, I mean, but if it's one-on-one.
If it's one-on-one, yeah, he should. I like the idea of, why not just like 6 people protecting, 4 people underneath, chuck it for DJ. See what happens, right? 3rd and long. I want to see Caleb do that. That would be huge.
That in my opinion is something that we don't see that often either. When you're in trouble and you see a blitz coming or something like that, and you're going to haul a ball up there, I would love to see them try to do that with DJ, because I know he's not as tall as some of the other guys, but that guy's jump ability is huge, and he is aggressive in the air. There's no question. So the key thing, in my opinion, if he's not catching that ball, somebody else is not going to catch the ball, because he's not going to not fight for that ball.
Like, I'd love to see him on a basic
slug. Like an 80-20.
Well, 80-20 is, I'll take them. We're talking about analytics, right?
We're going back to the analytics.
I'll definitely take the 80-20.
No,
but
I would love for them to use DJ more, and I'm tired of them only using DJ more, like in the screen type games, those quick screen type passes that they try to use DJ, and stop with that shit. Like, I don't like, and when everyone keeps saying, and it's like, well, he needs to buy into the offense. How do you know he's not buying into the offense?
The offense?
There is nothing that has shown that if he is not buying into the offense, Ben Johnson would not be having him out on the field. That's
buying in.
This in my opinion, is Caleb.
You could want the ball more and still buy in.
Again, that gives me AJ Brown vibes.
It's fair. What's up?
He's bought in, but
it has been a while, bro.
What up, Grigoilian?
Isn't that Gargoyle 1? Gargoyle 1?
Gargoyle 1. Spooky season.
But yes, welcome back, Gargoyle 1.
Oh, Gargoyle 1. That's cool. I like that. Good name, Gargoyle 1. Welcome back.
But I just want
like a small soldiers type thing.
I want to see, like, if you watch, and I'm not trying to be funny when I say this at all, but when you watch the Ben Johnson offense that we've seen the last 3 years in Detroit, we have not seen that yet. I don't care what anybody says about buying in we have not
a little bit against the Cowboys, but in general, yes.
We haven't seen consistency of it.
A sliver. But to fairness to Ben Johnson, he can't run the offense. He doesn't have the line protection. He doesn't have the running back.
He doesn't have Amon-Ra St. Brown, who is incredible, by the way.
I can't say that. I mean, I'm not saying he's not incredible, but we have very good receivers.
We do have very good receivers, but
Detroit had an offensive line that could run block.
Amon-Ra St. Brown is like, he's got a niche. He's got a niche.
He's top 5.
Yeah.
He's top 5.
He's got a special skill set too. Like, he does the slot thing. He's like Edelman, but like a super like extra jacked version of Edelman. He's really, really good. Really, really good player.
Well, Keith, that's what we're saying. We're not Keith. You got to listen to process, brother, not just the answer. We are telling other people, slow down on saying the offenses look the same. We know it takes 2, 3, 4 years to get the personnel. We're not debating that. We're saying for those people that say, oh, we're not buying into the offense and he's not doing this just yet, because this is not Ben Johnson's offense yet.
We don't have the pieces yet. We got some nice pieces, but we don't have the pieces.
We don't. And that's just, you got to have a fair assessment across the board, whether your fandom – what the hell? Okay, hey, Beppa. Whether your fandom overtakes your logic or whatever, that's not what we're debating. What we're debating is X's and O's. And at the end of the day, when you try to compare what he did up there to what we're doing right now, that's not fair to to our head coach. That's not fair. You can't do that yet. Now you can question some of his rookie mistakes and play calling because that's in the moment, and we want him to mature and get better with that. We know the first 10 to 15 is masterful. We know that in the first 4 games. After that, he gets a little shaky, but then he has shown the ability to recover at times. But in a game like the Detroit Lions, when we got blew out 52-21, and a game that could potentially go somewhere in that area this week, we need to see what he's doing with this offense. If DJ Moore needs 10 targets, damn it, get him 10 targets. Get him 10 targets.
But I mean, it's one of those things where it's just like it's a week by week thing. Like some weeks, yes, I think DJ Moore will need 10 targets. Some weeks, maybe it will be more of a Luther week. Some weeks, maybe it'll be more of a Rome week. It just kind of depends. And right now, I'm gonna let Ben cook a little bit. I'm gonna let Ben, scheme for the players that he thinks are most likely to put us in position to win. I do think if DJ has a big game this week, that should be good. He had a big game in Washington in 2023. He had some big catches last year against Washington to put us in position to win before Matt Eberflus and Tyreek Stevenson.
Matter of fact, he had over 100 last year for us, right? Like 120 or something like that?
He had a monster game versus them last year.
And only on 5 catches, if I'm not mistaken, right?
Yeah, he had like one where it was like a 60-yarder. Like he had one big one. But I'm pretty sure like every single one of his passes were over 20, 25 yards.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like you can't tell me he can't do it.
But that's the thing. Washington still does not have that good of a secondary.
Last year he only had 27 yards. But
maybe one DJ of them was can have a big game. But the key thing is, and this is where we're going back to I got to say it again, analytics. DJ Moore usually still has a safety on him at all times. And he's not getting targeted. I'm not saying he's double teamed, but his safety is over on his side all the time. Rome is still usually always one-on-one. So obviously defenses are still game planning for DJ. Eventually that's going to have to stop, and they're going to start doing it to Rome, and then hopefully DJ is going to have a big game. And you just have that 1-2 punch receiver that we desperately need.
We need it, but at the same time, is it available? Like what Easy just said. I don't care who gets the ball at that point in time if you're open. But sometimes you have to plan for the open people. And sometimes people don't realize Caleb still does stare down who he wants to throw to, which is why on that post in our chat, we saw the same one he caught the touchdown on, DJ Moore was open as well. It's like he just feels more comfortable with Rome. I don't know.
I think that is like maybe in practices he just hangs out with Rome a lot more. He watches film with Rome, and DJ doesn't do that. Nobody knows what goes on behind the scenes in these type situations and why DJ and Caleb are just not clicking. But nobody can sit here and tell me that DJ doesn't have that talent.
Keith, I disagree with you on that, and I'll go to my grave telling you I feel that Loveland was a wasted pick when we have a terrible, atrocious running game and left tackle carousels and stuff. I don't want to hear nothing about no Colston Loveland, man. Hurt or not.
I drafted Loveland in fantasy, and he's been horrible for me.
I don't want to hear nothing about no damn Colston Loveland. No.
Yeah, I was not, at the time I wasn't infused by that pick.
That is another one that makes me question too, because that one game where we did have Burden, you started off the game with a nice 30-yard pass to him, or not Burden, sorry, Loveland, 30-yard pass to him, and then you didn't pass it to him the rest of the game. Maybe that's Rome still seems to be getting all those targets.
He definitely is. And he's got 5 touchdowns this year? Like, he's been productive. He's not Rome is not a bad receiver. Don't get me wrong.
No, not at all. Nobody is saying that. And I know, Keith, you just said you rather.
Rome's a really good receiver.
I don't think Warren would have made that big of a difference either. It's just Caleb does not throw the ball to tight ends nearly as much.
Look, he's not Puka Nacua, but he's decent.
Yeah,
I'll take him.
Warren is having such a successful year because he's got a quarterback who loves throwing the tight ends. That's why he's having a very, very successful year. Our quarterback doesn't throw the ball to tight ends. He throws it to Cole Kmet, solid amount. Kmet's getting some targets, but Loveland's hardly getting any.
Yeah.
What's the point? Okay, he gets open, but what's the point of having somebody gets open if you're not going to use him? When we're struggling, we're drowning for running back help. Take your Michigan bias out of it, Fal. This was not a good pick. And now he's hurt. So he was hurt in college. come plays pro, hurting the pros again. That typical Bears draft and hurt.
You going to be back this week?
Still too early. I'm going to be talking about injury. From what Loveland is practicing.
I thought they said he was limited.
He's limited. He's still limited, but he is practicing. He's supposed to kind of like be on that same trend. Thursday, he's supposed to have full participations in practice. So we'll see what happens. But I mean, it is what it is. I mean, I was also another one. I like Loveland, but tight end was not my spot to pick.
I was shocked.
But I still feel like they wanted an offensive lineman. It's just all their offensive linemen that they wanted in the first round were off the board. So then they went tight end. That's where I was saying I would have rather them traded back.
But again, okay, like mirror image of what we're trying to see in Detroit. It's not. I would have rather just give me a running back and a lineman, like please.
Honestly, I would not have minded an edge rusher.
Or come on now. Well, you know what though? We should have known something was up because when we got Deo, the first thing we were thinking was like, yeah, but what's up with Austin Booker? This was before any of that. Yeah. And then remember they said Javon Dexter lost that weight. So it was like, well, is Dexter going to play some edge rusher? Like what's the game plan here? Because Dennis Allen likes bigger DNs. Mm-hmm. I know he has that with the Saints. I don't care how big you are if you're not getting it. Aaron Donald wasn't the biggest, but he was the biggest. He had the biggest fight, but he wasn't the biggest person.
Well, he was also like he was a freak.
But I'm saying, like, I don't care if you're 6'8", 270 and can't get to the quarterback. I don't care about your measurables.
Yeah, no, honestly.
I mean, if you can bat the ball down.
If he's on the field.
Yeah, it's true too. Yeah. It's true too.
You're not going to be put on the field to bat the ball down if you can't produce. So, again, where's the edge rusher, the running back? I'm gonna say I'm removing myself from the left tackle conversation because I don't know how good Theo will be moving forward, but I really something is really in my heart telling me that they're moving completely off of Darnell Wright and they're moving completely off of Braxton Jones.
They're definitely moving off of Braxton Jones. I don't know if they're moving off of Wright.
I kind of.
Well, you still got Darnell Wright for one more year after this. I
think he's still under contract, right?
Yeah, you got one more year.
Remember, you try to pay him.
You try to, yes. You always try to. But I'm actually.
I'm a guy. He's hurt. He's probably odd man out.
I don't think Darnell Wright's going anywhere. I actually, and I'd hate to say it, if you're going to make Darnell Wright move to the left side, it's going to be in the offseason. And then you're going to work him out.
Steve Wright has been playing less and less. I've noticed that. So that's what I'm saying. Like, you don't draft Ozzie to not play Ozzie.
No, they're going to play Ozzie.
I think Ozzie is your future right tackle in my opinion. Exactly. I think Darnell Wright might be swinging over to the left side next year.
I read that, and this is from my dad's comment, that right now Darnell is staying at the right tackle. Darnell Wright, and Ozzie left. And I'm okay with that. Like, you know,
if he takes the job, I'm fine with it. But it's got to be, it's got to make sense.
We got to see it. Yeah, we got to see it.
We've only seen a small sample size. He got beat badly on one play, like for sure by Crosby. That's Crosby, but like,
yes. But I know exactly which play you're talking about too. Yeah. And this is where I'm giving Ozzie props though, because he got beat so bad, but Ozzie did not stop.
No, he didn't.
Ozzie kept pushing him, ran back, got back in position, and allowed Caleb to step up into the pocket, and Ozzie was able to push him out. And
maybe I'm overly optimistic, but Ozzie looks the part to me.
Ozzie just looks so much like a not a flashy tackle or anything like that, but he just looks like somebody who should be there. He really does, and he's strong too. He's smart.
He's just a big, strong dude.
He's like, you know what? Easy. He's Lane Johnson-esque. That's what I'm.
He's built in the same mold of Lane Johnson. Yeah. He's not as good as Lane Johnson, but
no. I just think he was good.
But who knows? I mean, that if that's what you're leaning towards, he's going to be the next Lane Johnson, and I am one happy candidate.
Look, I mean, I would be thrilled with that. I mean, if you want to call him the prototype, sure. Like he could fit the Lane Johnson prototype.
I'll take it.
I'm down with that.
But that means I think you have to put him at the right tackle. You have.
Oh yeah. So does that mean you got to move Darnell?
See, Darnell at least has the experience on the left side. Ozzie does not.
He does. That's true. That's why I was confused about that pick anyway. But I'm confused by a lot of the things Ryan Poles does.
Well, I mean, you're also confused because Darnell Wright has gotten hurt last year, and obviously he got hurt again. Even the one this year was just a freak accident. That was not anything.
But again, we don't know. That's two things. The back and the shoulders are very pivotal for offensive line play. That elbow and extending everything.
Oh, hands down, you don't know where that's going to lead, and that's ever going to be the same.
He's got to be. He's got to be good.
Hopefully, we're fine on that. But other than that, I mean. Do we want to get into a few predictions on what we're seeing, or is we thinking?
Absolutely. Let's do it.
We could have a little bit of an extended predictions. Let's break it down. Easy, you go ahead. What do you got on this game?
Man, I really want to be I want to be the positive guy. I really do. And I do think it's going to be competitive. It was competitive last year. I think it'll be competitive this year. But I don't know, man. The Bears have let me down so many times, and they let us all down many times as well. I think it will come down to the fact that it is a home game for Washington. It's a prime home game for them. They've been really good this year. They're still a better team than we are. So I do think that Washington will end up winning. I also think we're going to see a lot of things that we do like this game. I think we'll see some more steady improvement from the offense. I just think our defense isn't really good enough to contain Jaden Daniels and all he has to offer right now. That's why where I'm at is a 23-20 Washington win. Although, get an extra turnover, get a freak play here and there, we could come away with it. But I do think at the end of the day, I don't see us winning this game on the road, and I pray that I am wrong, or I hope that I'm wrong. But yeah.
Go ahead, JB, what do you got?
I know I'm going to hear it, but here it is. I actually have Washington beating the brakes off us 33-20.
Oh, wow.
And here's why. The things that we tend not to do well, they excel in. And they have a one-up on us where they're playing with house money in their stadium on Monday night again. You can't build more drama in a soap opera, right? So the reason I say that, I mean, we saw how Jaden Daniels played against the Chargers team, who was markedly better than the Bears. We saw that defense is just, it came alive last week against, a solid Jim Harbaugh-led team. When do we ever say Jim Harbaugh doesn't have good lines? Yeah, even with some people hurt.
He does. He had big people hurt, though. Their two best players on that line were hurt.
Hey, Dallas has 4 offensive linemen hurt.
That's fair.
And you see what they did. So depth is important, fellas. You have to identify great depth pieces, right? You have to.
Dallas is always good at that, yeah, with their line specifically.
With their line, correct.
Yeah.
So I just feel, and I think Caleb will play well. I mean, he only had easy 130 last year, 145, something like that. He didn't play.
Yeah, it wasn't
numbers.
It wasn't eye popping. It was the fourth quarter that
they did it right.
Yeah.
And I think it was under 50% completion percentage, if I'm not mistaken, or close to 50, right?
Yes, it was. It was about 50. I'll pull up the numbers real quick.
Yeah, because 10 of 25 would be 44%, if my math is right.
Yeah, it was definitely under. It was under 50% for sure. I'm gonna pull it up real quick just because, might as well get the accurate information. Yeah, I think he started horribly. He was 10 for 24 for 131.
Yeah,
but I think that all his completions were in the third and fourth quarter or something. It was
he had a very good second half. I remember.
Yeah, it was the second half that
it was a close game, unfortunately, but our defense kind of did shut him down in the first half.
Also, Swift
got tired,
run.
Right?
Our defense. That's a very fair point. Our defense got tired because we had way too many 3-and-outs in that game.
So, yes, but not tired enough to excuse the last play. But yes,
no, right. That was just bonehead, lack of discipline. Oh, cringe. But something in me is just saying that this is one of them games where it's gonna be Detroit-like. We think it should be this, but it's not. And I got Commanders 33-20.
Look, I don't blame you. I don't blame you for the pessimism at all. I totally get it.
All right,
With
so
Caleb playing well, with Caleb throwing
I'm-
2
I'm a-
touchdowns over 250. I have him playing solid.
So,
I'm gonna be the
a bad
nice
loss with
guy.
some good takeaways.
I'm gonna be the Bear
And
fan.
under 50 yards rushing from our running backs.
Yeah, I'm gonna be the Bear fan on this show. I'm actually giving the Bears to win this game.
Hell yeah, we need that, Frank.
Yeah, I know. I can't let everyone down in that type of situation. But
Right.
the reason why I'm going to do this is because I want to see what happens, but I do have faith in our coaching to have a good game plan coming off of a bye week where you had more time to actually game plan. Jaden Daniels, I mean, say what you want, he's good, but if the Bears can figure out how to make him move more laterally instead of north to south, really work out that knee and everything like that. And with our healthy secondary coming back, at least mostly healthy secondary coming back, I have a little bit more faith in our defense than most does. So I'm giving the Bears winning this game 27-24. And
Right,
I think our defense, I think Stevenson is going to have another very good game. I actually see Kyler Gordon coming back with a boom, maybe getting a very nice sack on Jaden Daniels just to really work that knee a little bit more than usual.
Hey, I'd love to see him I was going to say that too earlier. Expect to see Kyler blitzing a couple times.
Oh, hands down. He's going to be your surprise blitzer in this game because you can't give Jaden Daniels time. Beppa. Yeah, I got you, girl.
No concern about Kyler's health or Edwards' health coming off of hamstrings. You just think they're gonna come out and just be, bam, what they were.
I'm not really as concerned about Kyler's health.
I mean, look, I don't know where I would be concerned about Kyler. I'm also equally concerned about Terry McLaurin.
It's fair, very fair.
I think that they're banged up too.
But from what I've heard, Kyler was okay to actually, he could have won in the game versus the Raiders. We just figured why rush him.
Glad he didn't.
To the point where we could have beat them without him still. So there's no point in risking it. And then he got another full following week. The week of the bye week, from what I've heard, he was actually 100% doing full workouts on that hamstring and everything. So, I mean, that is good news. I mean, Edwards, I'm not too sure about. Because he re-injured himself. So, I mean, whenever you have an injury upon another injury, you just really have no idea.
And hamstrings are so
it can happen at any time. And I mean, Washington, at least it's not going into like a hot field or something like that where you see a little bit more of those hammy type
the cramps.
Well, and it'll be a Monday night, so it should be real good football.
That too. It is a Monday night game as well. That makes it actually even better. So,
but I mean, I'm not, like I said, the same thing. Like, you worried about one, you can't be worried about the other. Good call on Terry McLaurin.
That's a very fair point. Yeah,
I'm not worried about Jaden Daniels. He got hurt week 2. This is week 6. That's a month ago, and he sat 2 games and looked pretty sharp last week. So I think it's just a precaution. It was a sprain, no structural damage, nothing to worry about. I'm not worried about him and being less of himself because of a knee sprain.
Yeah. I just want to see more lateral movement. Because you watched that last game, and I agree with you. He did play very well. But all the pressure that was coming into him, he was able to step up into the pocket and escape. That's not nearly as much on the knee.
By the way, on regard to the weather, it's supposed to be low 60s with light rain.
That we should run the ball then, but that's
better freaking run the ball. But that actually scares me more, the fact that you're giving light rain now in the broadcast. So,
well, I mean it's like 40% precipitation, is what it's saying.
Something can roll in and roll right back out.
Yeah, I don't expect it to be like super rainy, but I kind of like Swift in those conditions a little bit because he does
I was
have
just going to say that too, because speedy type running backs are a little bit better in those type conditions. Maybe Swift could break off a few of them.
Get some balance, do some outside zone stuff.
We'll have to see, but again, line play is everything in the mud. If there is any, that tends to give me pause because it's like we can't run the ball, we can't stop the run, we stuck in the mud, all that. But I just, what you had just said, Frank, about the Chargers, wanting to make him move left to right, putting a little pressure on him. At least the Chargers get pressure.
It's a very fair point. Yes, and I will agree with you on that. And we can't put pressure.
So if he's back there, la 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 la.
But
let me jog for this first down.
That's where I'm going. Where if you see Kyler Gordon coming off of that side corner blitz and everything like that, you're causing him to lateral probably to the left. If you can get the pressure in the middle to make him actually go left instead of up. But in that case, you got to get the pressure up. I mean, actually, speaking of that, have we heard? I did look at injury report, but I didn't see our DT on there. I have a total brain fart right now.
Dexter?
No.
Oh,
the one we got this offseason.
Grady Garrett.
Thank you. Yeah.
Oh, great.
He's still having some issues with that knee. Yes, you are talking about Simmons. He's the DN for Tennessee, number 5, I believe. But
yeah,
we're not going to trade for him. Not with.
I mean, let me ask you this: since we're talking about trades, there are a lot of rumors going around about certain running backs that the Bears are interested in trading for right now. And I mean, the biggest one from what I'm hearing from the people that I know at Alice Hall is Kamara.
No, why?
I don't think Kamara is fitting into this offensive line. Like, I mean, I just don't see that.
Kamara is a very specific kind of running back.
He is something Ben Johnson would love to have, I feel like. But
is he?
I think if you have an offensive line, though, he is somebody that Ben Johnson would love to have.
Why? Okay, let you know what? Let's get into it. Why?
Because he has very good vision. He has very good vision, and he's able to catch the ball out of the backfield.
He's got.
Well, that's what he does. He catches the ball out of the backfield. He's not like an every down back. He's never been
agreed. And I'm not saying he's gonna like it'll still be like a 1-2 punch if you're gonna be switching him with maybe him or Swift or him and McGunn guy.
I would think the trade would be for Swift.
Well, I don't think anybody fucking wants Swift. He actually makes a good amount of money for somebody that's not producing anything right now.
I thought he only made $8 million. Like he wasn't really getting
like crazy. 8. I thought it was more than 8. I thought it was like I thought it was like closer to 10.
But let me tell you this. And a lot of people don't know this.
It is $8 million. Okay, that's not bad.
$8 million a year, 24,000.
What is the difference between DeAndre Swift and Alvin Kamara?
Vision.
I mean, the difference is.
Oh man, that was a cue.
But no, that's not why I did that. That's not why.
That was perfect. Did I got it.
I got it.
You got it.
Damn,
I'm doing it.
But you got to have vision.
We don't normally have our normal broadcast guy here today.
You know what that was? I got it.
And Keith also said athleticism too. I think Kamara has more athleticism than Swift does as well.
Okay, well, I'm gonna tell you the biggest difference. One has ran for 1,000 yards in this league. The other never has. Ever.
Kamara has not. Kamara has not.
Wait, are you going back to analytics?
No, I'm going back to
not an analytic. That's not an analytic stat.
That's not an analytics stat. That's just I did this. I don't need Alvin Kamara here to not run the ball like DeAndre Swift.
I think he would run the ball better than Swift, in my opinion.
He's never proven that he could. So why would you think he can't?
Well, no, he runs the ball really well when he does, but it's like he doesn't touch the ball very frequently. Like I mean, no, that's not true. He touches the ball a lot, but he's always been like a prototypical receiving back. And honestly,
he's
Swift
like bootleg Reggie Bush.
Point.
He's bootleg Reggie Bush. Like he's not
that
guy. Like he's just not.
And I have another one for you that I did hear people were taking calls.
He was great when he was much younger.
Miami Dolphins were looking to trade their 23-year-old running back.
Devin A-Chain? I mean,
if
Devon
they
A-Chain?
are interested in just starting over, tanking, and be done.
Now that I would do.
That when they and the reason they said that is because they're interested in DJ Moore. I'm not saying it. I'm not saying
true? Is that true?
I'm not. Well, ever since Tyreek Hill went down and everything like that, there have been rumors that they would love somebody like DJ Moore's caliber. Again, this is all happening behind the scenes. I'm just saying what the people that I know at Hallis Hall are hearing on their end. But it wouldn't be a straight up trade, obviously.
Right. I don't like that.
You don't like that, huh? Well, I mean, in this case, we would have to probably give them at least an extra pick, too. It'd be like another second or third round pick and DJ Moore for a 23-year-old running back.
I'd rather have that and guarantee myself a lineman or edge rusher or even my own running back next year.
Very fair point.
And I like A-Chain. He's my running backs are Jonathan Taylor, Bijan Robinson, and Devon A-Chain in my money league. So I love the kid.
He would fit well though here.
Be interesting.
Well, you know what? Because he split time both years. He's in his third year, but both years he was in Miami. He split time with one of them was Raheem Mostert, I want to say.
It was Mostert. Yeah, I mean, but
Right.
still, Mostert he really had like 25.
Mostert had some good runs against us last week.
Yeah, a lot of people have good runs against us lately.
I suppose that's true.
Genty.
Frank could have a good run against us next week.
You know what? We're gonna put that in the parking lot because I he's young. He doesn't have a lot of mileage, but he's up for contract.
Well, you would have him for 2 more years, and then you would have to pay him.
Well,
if you pick up his 5th-year option.
It depends on when he was drafted. So when was he drafted? Was he a first, second, third round pick?
I thought he was a 3rd rounder, if I'm not mistaken.
He was A-Chain?
Yeah.
Or A-Chain?
2nd or 3rd?
He was a 3rd round pick.
3rd, okay.
So he would be 4. He doesn't get the 5th because he's a 3rd round pick.
Because this is his 3rd year, so we'd have him for one more year after this, and then we'd have to pay him.
Look, he's having a great year right now.
He's a very good running back.
He keeps me winning.
But I mean, at the same time, do your homework and draft me a running back then next year. Because I've always said this year is not the year as far as the, Caleb Tramp Stampers, easy, always kept talking about playoffs and everything. I'm not saying you spoke about playoffs.
I am critical of Caleb where it's necessary.
But the thing is, they're not going anywhere this year. Next year is where they really got to start making their mark. We just want to see some positive stuff this year.
Yeah.
What in the world is going on? You know what? Sometimes I just read this stuff in the chat. And I just have to shake my head.
You always break down the chat anyway, so you know.
What are you referring to?
Foul saying that Alvin Kamara is better than Reggie Bush.
Prime Alvin Kamara, yeah, I'd give him that.
But that was the thing. Prime Alvin Kamara was a 1-2 punch.
Alvin Kamara today is not better than prime Reggie Bush.
All I can go off of is coming out of college. You telling me you're not taking Reggie Bush over?
Well, I mean, that's different. Coming out of college, you're guaranteed you're taking Reggie Bush over Kamara. But we're talking about him already being in the NFL in their prime.
But
I understand where Foul's coming from with this. But the thing is, Kamara hasn't really been the sure thing once he lost his other partner running back.
But funny story is, if you look at the careers, because both played for New Orleans, both drafted by New Orleans. Mm-hmm. Reggie Bush wasn't getting the lion's share of the
no, he was sharing it a lot.
Running attempts anyway.
He was Thomas most of the time.
Right. He was sharing it with him. So of course he's, like no, man. Like Alvin Kamara is not better than Reggie Bush in any.
Those are the only 2 names I really heard as far as running back that the Bears were at least discussing and talking. And all I can say is, hey, trust Ben Johnson to make the right decision out of that one. I'm sure he's not going to let Poles make the trade without him giving the okay. And I don't think Kevin Warren would allow that.
Why? But here's the thing. Why trade if you don't have to?
No, 100%. 100%. Like, I mean, especially if you're talking about you'd have to give up a draft pick for somebody too.
A-Chain, you definitely going to have to give up.
Hands down, you're going to have to give up.
Breece Hall, you're going to have to give up 2 draft
picks. Breece Hall, yes, hands down as well. You're going to have to give up multiple draft picks probably for Breece Hall. But, I mean, draft picks, Poles always said this from the get-go. Hey, we're building out of the draft. Now go and build me a running back, man, because, who was the only running back he took? Was Roshan, wasn't it?
No, he took – no. He took Roshan. He took – Monangai, he took.
Well, I'm not counting Monangai because that was this year, but before this year,
I felt like it was another one. His name is escaping me. The first year in the backfield with Justin Fields.
In 2022.
22.
The running back.
Damn, what is his name?
Oh my God, it's gonna kill me.
Like we drafted one like in the 5th or 6th round, right? Didn't we draft one?
So who was paired with Montgomery?
I can't think of. I can see, but I can't think of his name.
Do you remember what number he wore?
Was it 24?
Oh man,
no, it wasn't Wheeler, Keith. This was
about Herbert.
Doug, I said 24.
Oh, crap.
Khalil Herbert.
Draft Herbert. Yeah,
24. Khalil Herbert.
Okay, yeah, I totally forgot about Herbert. Okay.
Yeah, he's such an obvious one. Like I couldn't even like.
Yeah,
he's with the Jets now.
Wait, but you see what I'm saying? Like it was like, ooh, Khalil Herbert. It was like number 24, and now it's like, what was his name?
Yeah, no, I mean it's one of those where it's like it's
He
so
actually
obvious
drafted
that
Ebner as
you just
well.
overlook
I
it.
forgot about that.
Who?
Treston Ebner in the 6th round.
I forgot about
Ebner,
Tristan
yeah, I
Ebner.
remember him.
Drafted him
did.
as well. All right, so never mind. He did draft a decent amount of running backs and struggled on all of them.
I think Monangai is gonna hit. I really do.
I like Monangai. I really do. I just think he just needs a little bit more time. So maybe go out and get a nice, experienced veteran type back. But Swift is not it.
Well, not a veteran. We still want somebody that's got some.
Well, 25. I mean, you're not gonna.
We don't want a lot of tread on the.
You're not gonna get somebody south of the age of 25, 26 years old. In my opinion.
But now you see why a person like a Nick Chubb and a Josh Jacobs
would have loved the Nick Chubb, man.
But they didn't want to come here because they were like and run behind that line. Oh hell no.
Nick Chubb, from what I've heard, Nick Chubb's final decision to not come here was he's coming off of an injury, and how many people get hurt on this freaking field in this freaking city? You get a lot of people who get hurt on there, and he didn't want to come off of that injury to play here.
Are there are there anybody is there anybody here that feels that like this would be the perfect time to just call Ian Wheeler up and see, hey, can that 4.3 speed do something? Like
I would love for them to give Ian Wheeler a shot. I mean, with Homer back now, I don't think you need Roshan at all, in my opinion.
I think Roshan is on the bubble, personally.
He should be on the bubble. I only think he made the team is because Homer got hurt in preseason before all that happened. I think that's the only reason he made the team. He's playing the exact position that Homer is.
And remember, Homer we got him from Seattle, but then he also was what was the OC we had last year that nobody likes?
Warren?
The OC.
No, not. Oh, my God. How we forget?
Why are we brain farting so much this year?
Wait, the OC Kenny Loggins? No, wait.
No, the OC from Seattle.
Oh, Waldron.
Waldron. Thank you.
Yeah.
Because he knew Waldron. He knew Waldron's system. Hey, wait a minute. We are having major brain farts tonight. That's crazy.
Yeah.
But
that's what happens on bye weeks, man. Bye weeks just mess with you.
But he's always, if you go back to watching like old Seattle tapes, old Seattle footage, Travis Homer was always a special team or a third down back. He was never like the 25 carry guy. Like he's not that either.
He was kind of like our Adrian Peterson, the Bears Adrian Peterson. He liked to come down on those third down type backs.
A little bit, right? Or like you at this point, you're looking at running back by committee. So you're looking at your quarterback and two other running backs to give us 100 yards. That's like not sustainable. Like if Monangai, if your 1-2 is going to be Monangai and Swift, right? You're going to have to run the ball 30 times.
Yeah.
Period. You can't do it off of 13 runs and one has 8 and one has 5 and and whoever else has 1, DJ or whatever. We can't do that. It has to be some type of balance. Swift, I don't think can carry a 20 to 25 carry load behind this line. I don't believe he can.
Yeah. He takes big hits.
But if you put him on the outside for, 12 to 15 carries and let Monangai get another 10 to 15 carries up and throughout, if nothing else, to keep Washington off the field and to batter them, to tire them out a little bit,
I would like to see, because, I mean, we're seeing maybe like a 90 to 10% running back sharage. I would love to see more close to maybe Swift 60% and Monangai a 40% type ordeal. I would love to see.
No, I think they should definitely be splitting a lot of time.
More time is definitely beneficial, but again, do we trust Swift to carry the ball 20 times and not only give us 40 yards? Like,
I think throughout the game, you should be giving the ball to the guy who has the hotter hand. The first half, you share it. Hotter hand person gets it in the second half. That's at least
like Easy said. If we get behind the 8 ball, that running game goes out the window.
Agreed. And it hurts our offense because our offense is very successful off of the play action. Ben Johnson's offense is very successful. I'm not even saying very successful. His offense is dominant when you have a very good run game.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, once we're able to get that going, I'm telling you, it's going to unlock something.
Everything. And I mean, I know like we have seen a lot of good things from Caleb getting the ball out quick, but at the same time, there are still certain times where he's held on to the ball too long.
Oh, yeah.
So, I'm
telling you, once that play action is
100%. Running game is the key fix to this offense. And I'm not saying you have to have a dominant running game, but you have to have a good running game. And in my opinion, you have to have two good running backs.
I'm tired of getting like 1 yard runs. Like once we're able to get them to 4 or 5 yard runs, we're asking for like 3 more yards each run. That's what
honestly, even if you're giving me 3 yards,
can I get 4 to 5 yards on first down?
Agreed. Yeah, we're getting way too many losses on first down.
I'm just tired of throwing the ball on first down every time because it becomes predictable.
Yeah,
at a certain point, yeah.
Like come on. Yeah, agreed, Rob, the names are slipping away.
All right, so we want to get into a little bit of shout outs. Let's wrap these up. We already gave our predictions, which is a good thing. So Easy, go ahead with your shout out.
First of all, shout out to you, gentlemen. Always great having y'all on the show. Shout out to the chat. Shout out to the Chicago Cubs, even though you're struggling right now.
Shout out to y'all. Are they on right now?
No. Oh,
no, they played yesterday.
I wouldn't be watching if we were on right now.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be on the show if we were playing right now. But no, shout out to the Cubs. Down 0-2. Let's win 3 straight. Come on, 1 game at a time. But shout out to them for giving me a fun season. We won a playoff series. That was great, but don't want to lose to the Brewers. Not at home. That would be embarrassing.
I think everybody's going to lose to the Brewers, though, in my opinion.
No, I know. I'm not too optimistic about it, but it's baseball, man. Anything could happen.
100%.
Speaking of baseball, shout out to the Mariners, the Tigers, really the Yankees. The AL's been so much fun right now. Yankees are up 8-6 on the Blue Jays. They were down 6-1. It is 8-6 Yankees now. So shout out to just some exciting American League baseball, proving you're allowed to score in the playoffs. Shout out to my dog who's right here. Shout out to spooky season. Got Halloween coming up. It's a great time of year. We're decorating the whole pad, which is exciting. Shout out to the Chicago Bears. Let's get this win on Monday night. Should be a lot of fun. Shout out to my father for tuning in. Always fun to have you there. Shout out to my wonderful fiance as well. And
the Beppa.
She's the one. And yeah. By the way, JB, Beppa's my fiance.
I knew it right from the get-go.
I figured that when he said Becca and Beppa. So
exactly. She likes to. She's cracking me up. But shout out to her. She's my number one. And as always, bear down, guys. No Easy does it this week. I'm gonna be having
Easy doesn't
we're having company this weekend. So next weekend I'll be doing Easy Does It again.
All right, JB, you want to go ahead with the chat?
First of all, shout out to my brothers, man. Frank the Tank, Easy Does It, Crooked Commissioner back, T Nick somewhere and foul. Even Mr. Chicago, even though I thought he was coming on, but he didn't. But that just allowed us to actually talk more. I'm sorry. I had to.
Burned. Oh wait, I gotta find a good one for that one. Hold on.
I didn't mean it, Mr. Chicago. My bad.
Yeah.
Short
applause.
Thank you. But shout out to the chat. It started off early and often, tailed off a little bit. Bye weeks are usually a little difficult because it's only a rehash of something and maybe a little bit more in-depth analysis. But first and foremost, shout out to Keith Sperry. Keith came in early and often, and one of our P1s, whether we agree or disagree with Keith, he's always diligent. He's always knowledgeable. Keith be cooking. He stirred that pot, though.
he likes to stir that pot.
Definitely stirs that pot. Shout out to David. David had came in early. Ron Winarski, thank you, Ron, for chiming in. We appreciate the love. Sydney Brown, I believe it's Sydney Brown, a new one at 824 Sydney.
Right. Always love having new people on.
Absolutely. Bears Down, thank you for chiming in. Obviously, Foul came in the mix. Jeanette Johnson, one of our P1s, thank you for chiming in. Jeanette, Andrea Smith, sis, how you doing? Thank you for chiming in. We appreciate you. You know what? I take that back. It was a lot of repeat, but kind of a slow night. So I wonder what next Tuesday is going to be like when
it's bye week night,
TTL Runaway.
Especially a lot of people sad about Cubs losing too. So probably.
Hey Frank, I've used my quota for language for the day, but at 8:52, TTNL Runaway said turds, tonic, numbnuts, lick.
he's at it again.
always go by analytics. Can't always go by that. So that was a shot at the Little Sisters of the Poor down the dial. Damn, I was supposed to be getting better with that. My bad. I'm sorry. My bad, man. I'm trying. Okay, it's work in progress. I'm really not trying. I can get 2 shits. Sounds good for PR, right?
You the man.
Big Rob. Shout out to Logan and Leah. Thank you for chiming in. Gargoyle 1 came back. We hadn't seen Gargoyle in a minute. Shout out to Beppa, Mrs. Z.
Beautiful Beppa.
Soon to be Mrs. Z. We love it. We love
She's
it.
probably sitting right next to you, Easy. With like,
Oh no, she's doing her thing.
She's elsewhere.
Yeah. I think she's in the kitchen.
Oh wait, I keep forgetting you 2 hours behind us, so you can actually go eat dinner.
It's dinner, yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna have dinner after this.
And that was it. We had a lot of repeats, but thank you guys for chiming in and making the chat lit. And if you know, at the end of the night when what I say in the kitchen, look.
Yep, she's here.
Always, if we only have one person watching, we know that it is the podcast mom, most affectionately known as Miss Sandra Bynum Holmes. Shout out to you, lady, SB, and the other family. My little boy Jordan upstairs watching, and that's it.
Did you shout out Robbo?
I did.
Okay, good. Just making sure.
Big Z.
Big Z.
Robbo, the Big Z Robbo.
I'm actually taller than him, but yeah.
Oh, really?
A little bit. He's a short guy, but he packs a punch.
It's not the size of the dog in the fight. It's the fighting the dog.
Fighting the dog, and that dog's got a lot of fight in him. That's gonna
leave it with my shout outs here. So yeah, like how you guys said, always shout out to you guys. Tuesday nights, even with a bye week, man, it's always still entertaining to get on with you guys and talk some sports. Got to give a shout out to my Blackhawks who opened up the season, unfortunately, with a loss today. But they did play the number one team, the team who won the Stanley Cup last year in Florida. Gave a nice battle, lost in the last few minutes of the game, but they proved the point that they're not going to sit down and play like crap. Go ahead, JB, what's up?
Any hope? Because last year you said we were about to get a bunch of rookies?
This year we have a decent amount. Actually, the one who led off scoring was Frankie Nazar, a rookie from last year. So he led off scoring this year. We do got a decent amount of people playing under the age of 23 with the Blackhawks, but we got a lot of our young players playing in the AHL this year. So they are up.
So Bedard will have some help.
Yes, hopefully this year we're going to see a lot of those.
Honestly, losing 3-2 to the champs isn't like the worst way to start the season.
I mean, you didn't get smoked. So, I mean, you lost 4-3. They scored on a last-minute goal to win the game and everything like that. So it was a very, very good game. So got to give a shout-out to them. I mean, unfortunately, I got to give a shout-out to the Chicago Bulls as well. I think they had their first preseason game today. I don't know if they lost or not.
They won. They beat the Cavs by 1.
It's preseason, so nobody cares.
No,
nobody cares. I don't. Yeah, but I mean, hey, I hope we're all wrong in that type of situation, and they just surprise everybody this year. I just think that's no possible way that's going to happen. Other than that, I mean, I'll give a shout out. My little guy chimed in on the chat, saying, "Dad, make sure you tell him about what I won." His team did make the playoffs, and he actually won the award for most sacks in flag football.
Hey, out of Logan.
So
he's a monster.
Yeah, he's pretty excited about that. I think he finished it with, I think it was, they only played 7 games, and I think he had 15 sacks.
Okay, little Max.
And that's not counting the tackles in the backfield, too. Like, I literally have video of them triple teaming him because they could not stop him. He was getting the Myles Garrett treatment where everybody was just trying to block him. So I got to give him his props on that one. And we got his first playoff game this weekend. So hopefully that'll be some good news as well.
You got his first what?
First playoff game.
Playoffs? Don't talk about it. Playoffs? You kidding me? Playoffs? I just hope we can win a game.
They better win the game. But, hey, other than that, I got nothing else to talk about. So, I mean, you guys got anything else?
No, let's kill the Commanders, man. Let's
looking for a good game, man. Like, I want to find something positive, win or lose. I want
This is
A
the
good
thing.
game that we win by 30.
We always post this video, and I would really like to know what our defensive front four is going to be with this.
You got to decide whether you're a wolf or a sheep.
Yeah, they damn sure been sheepish.
We can really use a wolf today, man. And hey, maybe Booker coming back is going to somehow be that wolf. That would be so great.
He got to play, though.
Yeah, I loved him in Buffalo.
If he plays
I
like
love
he
his
did in the
finesse movements,
preseason,
so
if he plays like he did in the preseason, then we're
going to be very excited if he plays like that, like he did in the preseason. So with that, hey, got to give a shout out to all the lurkers back there. We caught the bot. It was a little slow today. We still had good views and everything like that. So there were a lot of lurkers. So we got to give the
L for love. Good times.
love you guys all the same, man. So with that, Easy does it. JB, Crooked Commish, who couldn't make it today because he's still on that 1990s Aldi's Wi-Fi network out there. Other than that,
Y2K, America Online.
get it.
This has been a Chicago Clubhouse Network production.
You're still here. It's over. Go home.